Right here, in these dense, haunting woods, officials have been on a relentless quest, searching for any sign of Todd Hofflander. I had the opportunity to speak with his sister, a moment filled with raw emotion. From out of state, she shared her desperate plea to bring her brother back home to North Carolina, her voice echoing the pain of a decade-long mystery. Welcome back to Wild Clash Chronicles, where we dive into the depths of the most perplexing mysteries. Today, we're not just exploring, but living through the chilling disappearance of Todd Hofflander in the untamed Sawtooth Wilderness. This isn't just a story, it's an odyssey into the unknown. We're going to trek through every detail, every theory, every emotion tied to Todd's tale. So, buckle up, grab your camping gear, because this journey might change how you view the wilderness forever. Imagine this: in April 2020, amidst the eerie silence of the Sawtooth Wilderness, a hunter stumbled upon a discovery that would send chills down anyone's spine. Hidden among the underbrush, he found skeletal remains, later confirmed to be those of Todd Hofflander, who had vanished nearly 10 years earlier. But the story doesn't end with just the bones. Near them lay a collection of items, each telling its own part of the tale. A backpack worn by time, binoculars corroded by the elements, a sleeping bag tattered by the wilderness, and a camera, its lens clouded with dust, yet holding secrets. This camera, despite its battered state, was a time capsule. Among the scenic shots of nature, one image stood out, so unsettling, so inexplicable, that it left everyone who saw it with a sense of dread. Let's step back to where this haunting journey began. September 25th, 2010. Todd Hofflander, at 39, was not just an outdoorsman, but a man who lived for the thrill of the wilderness. His preparation for this trip was meticulous: camping gear, a .357 Magnum for protection, and enough supplies for days. Joined by his friend Jeff and his loyal dog Ruby, they aimed for Seven Devils Mountain, known for its treacherous beauty. Their goal was to hunt black-tailed deer, to experience the solitude and grandeur of Hell's Canyon. Todd, with all his gear, was ready for an adventure, but nature, unpredictable and harsh, threw them a curveball. By the third day, Todd's knee was in agony, threatening their plans. Jeff, trying to navigate this unexpected challenge, decided they would rest in a more manageable spot. He left Todd with promises of a swift return, even involving his father, Steve, to ensure Todd wouldn't be left alone for long. But when Jeff and Steve returned to the agreed spot on September 28th, Todd was gone. Only Ruby remained, wandering, her distress palpable. This moment marked the transition from adventure to mystery. The search for Todd was a saga in itself. From the moment Jeff reported him missing, the authorities galvanized into action. Helicopters scanned the skies, search dogs roamed the ground, and teams of volunteers braved the rugged landscape. Yet, for all their efforts, Todd's fate remained elusive. Jeff became the center of suspicion, especially after a polygraph test showed inconsistencies. His defense was staunch, backed by his father, Steve, who was incensed by the accusations. Meanwhile, Todd's wife, Julie, provided a different perspective on Jeff, describing him as unreliable, aggressive, and perhaps not the friend Todd believed him to be. The community was gripped by this story. From local forums to international true crime enthusiasts, everyone had a theory. Was Jeff hiding something? Did nature claim Todd in one of its many lethal ways? Or was there something darker, something beyond the natural world at play? Hope flickered when Ruby was found, her survival in the wild almost miraculous. Hikers recognized her from posters and immediately contacted authorities. Ruby was dehydrated, but otherwise remarkably healthy for having been alone in such a harsh environment. The mystery deepened with her missing collar and pack. Why remove these? Was it to help her survive, or was there a more sinister reason? Bringing Ruby back to the scene where Todd was last seen was both a strategy and a test. Her reaction in the forest was one of terror, barking, trembling, a dog clearly remembering or sensing something ominous. This added another layer of mystery. What had Ruby seen or experienced? Let's delve into the theories that have circulated around Todd's disappearance. The simplest explanation, perhaps Todd, in pain and possibly disoriented, ventured off and met with an accident. The rugged terrain of Seven Devils Mountain is notorious for its dangers. Another theory posits that Todd might have encountered a predator like a cougar or bear. His revolver was missing, suggesting he might have tried to defend himself only to lose the battle. Jeff's inconsistent polygraph results and Julie's portrayal of his character fuel this theory. Did an argument escalate? Was there an accident that was covered up? Here's where the story takes a supernatural turn. The last photo on Todd's camera shows a shadowy figure too large and eerie to be human. Could Todd have encountered something like the Grassman, a cryptid known in local lore? Though less likely, could Todd have chosen to disappear? His wife's description of his relationship with Jeff suggests a man under stress or at a breaking point. Landslides, sudden weather changes, or falling into a crevice. The wilderness provides many ways to vanish without a trace. Each theory leads to more questions. If it was an accident, why wasn't his body found sooner? If wildlife was involved, how did Ruby survive? If Jeff was involved, why no concrete evidence? And if something supernatural occurred, why only that one chilling photo? The story of Todd Hofflander has not just been a mystery, but a cultural phenomenon. In North Carolina, where Todd was from, memorials and vigils have been held over the years. In Idaho, where he vanished, stories of the haunted wilderness have grown, with locals and tourists alike sharing tales of eerie encounters in the area. Online, the case has spawned countless threads, blogs, and even a dedicated subreddit where sleuths from around the world analyze every detail. Podcasts have covered the case, with some episodes focusing on the psychological impact on those left searching for answers. Even years after the official search ended, there are those who haven't given up. Independent groups, sometimes with the help of technology like drones or advanced GPS, continue to scour the area. Some are driven by hope, others by the thrill of solving the unsolvable. The discovery of Todd's remains reignited this effort, but the lack of his revolver, the condition of Ruby, and that last photo keep the mystery alive. Was there a reason Todd moved from the agreed meeting point? Could he have been lured or chased? Let's talk about the human element here. Todd's family has lived with a void for over a decade. His sister, whom I spoke with, described the pain of not knowing as a constant shadow. Julie, his wife, has moved on, but says part of her heart remains in those mountains, searching for closure. Then there's Jeff, whose life has been profoundly affected. Public opinion has oscillated between seeing him as a victim of circumstance or a suspect. His relationship with his father, Steve, was strained by the ordeal, each dealing with guilt and public scrutiny in their own way. Todd Hofflander's story isn't just about his disappearance. It's a cautionary tale for all who venture into the wild. It's about preparation, about understanding the risks, and about the thin line between adventure and survival. It's also a lesson in community, in how a single event can bind people together in grief, curiosity, and the pursuit of truth. The case has led to changes in how search and rescue operations are conducted, emphasizing the need for better preparation and communication among outdoor enthusiasts. So, where do we go from here? The case might be officially closed, but in the hearts of many, it remains open. Advances in technology, like AI-assisted searches or more sophisticated forensic analysis, might one day provide answers. Or perhaps the wilderness will keep its secrets, as it has for so many others lost in its embrace. But one thing is clear: Todd Hofflander's story will continue to be told, a reminder of the wild's beauty and its brutal indifference. What do you think happened to Todd Hofflander? Do you lean towards one theory over others? Have you ever experienced something inexplicable in the wilderness? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this tale has gripped you, hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell for more stories from the edge of reality. Until next time, keep your lights on, your wits sharp, and remember, the wilderness is watching. Thanks for watching.